All right. Shakshuka. What is it? It's baked eggs, first of all. Kind of, you know, Mediterranean, a little bit of Middle Eastern vibe. This is an adaptable recipe. There are as many different varieties and recipes for this as there are pasta dishes, right? So this is a DIY, do-yourself, make your own shakshuka. This is a bit of a posh version. If you've got eggs at home, you can make this. Back in the days when I used to travel, I used to stop at Servo on the way home, grab some eggs, and I know that I would be able to have a dish out of this. If I've got some pancetta or some bacon or some chorizo like we're going to use tonight at home, even corned beef I've made this with, it's delicious, okay? So that's the first thing you got to know. This is a delicious dish anytime with stuff that is already in your pantry. Today I'm even using canned potatoes. Would you believe it? Potatoes in a tin. If you want to use fresh potatoes, you can. This is meant to be a quick, I need to make something for dinner right now moment. This is it, okay? Equipment, I need an oven-proof pan. So as in a pan that has a handle that will not melt in the oven. Obviously a stove to cook. I've got a microplane grater because we need to zest a lemon. I've got a box grater because I'm making salad.
There's some requests to see what you're wearing.
What's going on?
I don't know.
No tartan trousers today. Sorry, I should have. I've got a box grater because I'm making a healthy salad today with some grated zucchini. I've got a stick blender with a little food processor attachment. You could use a food processor. You could do the stick blender in a jug thing, whatever you like. Oven. I need you to put your oven on 180 degrees Celsius for me, please. 180, ready to go, because we're going to put the eggs in there just for about 4 or 5 minutes at the very end before we go. I've got a big bowl to mix my salad leaves in, so you need one of them. Whatever, it can be the bowl that you serve your salad in, I don't really care. A peeler. So today I'm peeling zucchini and celery, and I always match my peeler with my vegetables. That's bullshit, I don't, I'm lying, I don't. Okay, let's start, shall we? I'm going to start with the beginning, chorizo. I've got my mate Miguel's chorizo, available at your local supermarket. Miguel and I have got a bit of history. When Miguel first came to Australia and he was on a working visa, him and I worked together in an Italian restaurant in the Rocks. I think it was called Bon Ricardo, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, him and I used to work together, and he was the funniest guy I had ever met in my life. So I love supporting his products. They're also deliciously good. Certified free range. They're perfect. So I'm going to use 2 of these, which is about 200 grams. And what I want you to do is take the skin off of them. Now, you don't have to do this. I'm being a little bit posh. Just run your knife along the back end of them, like that. And you'll see that you can just literally peel that skin off real easy. We don't need the skin on there. We don't want to be eating it. Sometimes when you fry chorizo, it actually sort of goes hard, almost
There's
like
a few
crispy.
people that have it. Have Miguel's one on.
Stop it.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody, for supporting Miguel. He would be overwhelmed to hear that. Okay. I love it. I love that people have got it.
You just got a hello from Lake Como and a hello from Zimbabwe.
Stop it. Lake Como. How jealous am I right now? Who's in Lake Como and what are you doing there? It must be, it's the end of summer.
Living there.
Wow. And where was the other one? Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
Stop
but we've got like Philippines, Norway, Finland, US.
Amazing.
A lot from New Zealand and Australia.
Great.
Yep.
Okay.
Lots from South Africa.
Lots of South Africa.
And
Hello.
Mauritius.
Hello. Mauritius too. Amazing. Well, hello everybody globally. Well done for tuning in. I hope you are enjoying this week of cook-ups. Okay, and now I'm just going to slice it. So I'm going to slice mine into 3. Okay, so you don't need to be too...
Buongiorno from Venice.
Ah, Veneto. Cut it into 3 lengthways, and then we're going to cut it into fingers, and then we're going to dice it. Real simple. Hey, just on the topic of crazy things, what about last night? Power cuts. I totally wasn't ready. I made a mess of the recipe itself. I put the sesame oil in at the end instead of the beginning, so I led you all in a wild goose chase there. Sorry about that. Yeah, I wasn't ready last night. I was busy with the kids. It's difficult trying to do this at the same time as adulting.
Someone thinks it might be George Clooney who's watching.
Stop it.
From Lake Como saying hi.
George Clooney, is that you? Come on, mate. Tell the truth. All right, so now we've cut strips. Easy. We're just going to dice it. You don't have to be exact with this, by the way. You know, I'm cutting mine quite small because I like the more little caramelized bits. So the more surface area there is, as in the smaller you cut it, the more caramelization you get, and then therefore I think it's more delicious. You, on the other hand, might do slices if you feel like it. Entirely up to you. Okay, done. So that guy is here. Also, you'll notice this guy. How about this? This is something I wanted to show everybody. Like, it's a really nice way to keep your bench neat and tidy. It's a lovely way to scoop ingredients up into your pan. This little guy is made by Joe Barrett. So if anyone knows Matt Stone and Joe Barrett's got a little project. These are fantastic. You can buy them online. We'll put a little link up later. But it's good. Have one of these. They're great. You can buy them in plastic or you can buy a fancy one like that. Up to you. Half an onion. I'm going to dice it. Now, I like finely diced onion because I'm not mad on onion, especially when it's kind of raw or not cooked completely. So again, we're caramelizing this onion in all of the fat and the juices that come out of the chorizo. And so I'm cutting mine quite fine. If you can't cut yours fine, don't worry about it. Cut it thicker and just cook your onion for a little bit longer. It's not the end of the world. And also, it doesn't have to be exact. This is going to disappear into the salsa that we're going to make in a minute. And so you won't even see it. So rough chop. Stock in the bin. The stocks. Stocks and sauces, sauces and stocks, stocks and sauces. Okay, there we go. Now, you should have reserved and set aside 30 mils of the oil that came out of the semi-dried tomatoes. We're going to put that straight into our pan. And then into there, we're going to add our... No, I've done it wrong. See, this is what happens. Don't do that. I've led you on a wild goose chase. This is what happens sometimes. We're going to put that back into a container because it's not meant to be in there. That's going to go in your salsa, not in the pan. Sorry, we made this. Can you believe that we actually changed the recipe to make it more healthy by not putting the oil in at the beginning? I'm serious. That was a request. More healthy. Okay, into our dry pan, we're going to put our chorizo. Beautiful. I'm going to turn up my heat to get it cranky. And then we're also going to put our onions that we just diced. Look how easy it is with Joe Barrett's special tool, pastry scraper. I love it. Thanks, Joe. I actually bought it, so thanks for making it. Not a sponsored post. Okay, so we're just going to let this caramelize. All we're doing here, this is really easy. You're letting it tick over because we're going to do another job now. So you're just going to come back and stir this every now and again. But what we want is caramelized chorizo and onion. That's it. Okay? Can you handle it? For sure you can handle it. Beautiful. Might turn that. So it's on a medium heat, by the way, everybody. Done. Salsa. So, in our salsa, we've got the tomatoes, semi-dried. I love the semi-dried tomatoes. If you can't get hold of semi-dried tomatoes, just use the sun-dried tomatoes and just rehydrate them in a little bit of hot water. Perfect. We've got peppers. Wow, this is going to be really full. I should use a bigger blender, huh? well, 30 mils of put in the pan and then back out again olive oil from the semi-dried tomatoes. And your red wine vinegar. Delicious. I've got a quarter of a clove of garlic. Now, everybody's giving me a hard time about how little garlic I use. I don't like huge amounts of garlic and stuff. A touch is enough, honestly. So I'm using like a quarter clove. I'm using 1 birdseye chili. If you like your eggs spicy, double it. For me, I think 1 is enough. Salt. Black pepper. Lid on. Blitzy blitz. Chorizo. Looking good. That's what you get for messing around in the kitchen, see? Never mess around in the kitchen. Yeah, let's tidy that up a little bit.
People want to know when you and Andy are going to cook together.
We did cook together last season.
Yeah, no, they're wanting you to cook again.
Well, Andy and I are not allowed to be in the same room together currently because of lockdown. So I can't make that happen just yet, I'm sorry. Wow, I've made a right mess after that little dancing salsa that I did then. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Can you make this salsa in advance just to have in the fridge?
Yes, you can. And also, this salsa is like a delicious dip. And you can use it for a whole heap of other things. Okay, just to be honest, I forgot to put half a lemon zest in here. So, I'm going to put it straight in the pan now. Why do I always forget one thing? What is that? Huh? Why do I do that? Loz, I'm talking to you.
I'm just watching how messy you are.
Oh my
You're
God.
not normally like this.
I know. It's because I'm under pressure. Because the camera's on, it's live. You know, I've got nowhere to go here.
You got this.
You sure? Mm-hmm. Okay, chorizo, onions, beautifully caramelized. And so now we're adding in our salsa. Look at that. Now the salsa is going to start basically beginning to caramelize as well, which is really cool because you start getting some beautiful deep flavors out of the caramelizing salsa, and along with your what's it called that was in there? Chorizo and your onions. Okay, I'm going to put my forgotten half lemon zest.
There's people being sympathetic, they always forget something too.
I forget genuinely, if I'm making a dinner, family, or even, you know, if we're having a dinner party with friends, guaranteed when I'm tidying up, I'll find a loaf of bread that I forgot to take out of the oven, or a sauce that I forgot, or a side salad, or something, every time. So we're going to put the lemon in there, that's it. Now, the other half of your tomatoes and piquillo peppers that are chopped and ready to go, they're going to go in too. Done. Look at that. Fabulous. Mixing. I'm still on a medium heat here, just so we all know.
So many people from Scotland are watching.
Really?
But they do this for
You
breakfast.
could have this for breakfast.
It's breakfast now.
Seriously, and instead of chorizo, you could use black pudding. Oh, so good. That's where it's at. Black pudding. Why didn't I think of that earlier? Okay. The water from your tinned potatoes. seriously good. Seriously good. No waste here. I'm going to put all of it in. So that was basically, that was the juice, the water that was in an entire tin of baby potatoes. And can we just have a moment of respect for baby potatoes? Because have a look at them. Like, I know they're peeled. I would prefer if they weren't peeled, but look at them. They're all like little baby numbers. They're cooked perfectly. They're seasoned, believe it or not, perfectly. I love it. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to turn that down a touch to a low heat, and I am going to get my potatoes.
I just sneezed.
You sneezed?
Everything moved.
Oh God. Okay, put your potato, tip them out onto your board, and what I want you to do is just use your thumb and just squash them like that. Just squash them. It doesn't matter if they break. Just squash them, a light squash. And all that's going to do is allow all the tomato and the flavour from the chorizo, the herbs that we're about to put in, the onion, the salsa, everything in there, even that filthy garlic that we put in there. It was only a little bit, so it's okay. Done. Then we use Joe Barrett scraper. Just scrape it all in. Look at that. Leaves your board. Look, look.
People can also use normal potatoes too, right?
You can. If you want to cook your own potatoes in advance and use them, absolutely. This is just, oh no, we've got nothing for dinner. What do I do? I've always got a can of potatoes in my cupboard for this very reason, just in case this happens. And I need to crack out a meal for the family super quick.
There's a lot of black pudding love.
Yeah, I love black pudding. Okay, oregano. Notice that I'm chopping pretty much everything except the massive woody stalks, which I keep and I put in my chicken stock. Bit of Elvis parsley. I'm using the flat leaf version. Again, chop all the way through. Keep your big fat stalks for your chicken stock. Again, using the Joe Barrett scraper. Straight into thingy jig. Now, at this stage, we're going to do two things. One, we're going to check for seasoning. And the second thing we're going to do is it wants to be not like really liquidy, right? But it shouldn't be really dry either. So the way this is now is about right, consistency-wise. Because if it's too wet, it's really hard to eat. If it's too dry, it's too stodgy, okay? So we're going to have a quick taste. Quick bite, keep it healthy. Because Miguel's chorizo, it's so delicious, it's perfectly seasoned. So, make 4 pockets for your eggs. Just for clarity, in our house, when I make this, and if it's just Loz and I that are eating it, I'd put about 6 to 8 eggs in because I love the eggs. You can put as many as you like in there. Crack your egg into, see I've made these little divots with the back of a spoon. Can you see that? Little divots, little beds, little ends to keep my eggs in. In they go. Try not to break the yolk, because that's part of the joy of this, is when the yolk spills out when you take it out of the oven. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, now I want it on a medium heat, because I want to start to see underneath these eggs starting to cook. Very important. Now, a little bit of salt on top of each of just the eggs, because remember, everything else is perfectly seasoned, but the eggs are not seasoned. Pepper on the egg, just a little bit. Delicious. Now, cheese. Manchego, you can use any kind of cheese you want. I like Manchego on there. Semi-hard cheese, beautifully delicious. It's got a nice little bite to it, which I love. And it goes very well with the eggs.
Someone just said this looks just like a shakshuka.
That's exactly what it is. How did you know? Was the name in the title? Okay, that's it. So that is now, you can see the egg white is starting to cook. So we're going to get it in our oven now, okay? 180 degrees. It's going to take roughly 4 to 5 minutes. What do we do now? Well, we make the healthy thing. We're making the healthy thing. Turn the stove off because it really annoys everybody, that beeping. Okay, the healthy salad. Here is the bit that everybody's very surprised by. That is that I'm making salad. I've got baby spinach. You'll see in the recipe it was 120 grams of baby spinach. Conveniently, that is a small packet of spinach from your local supermarket. If you grow spinach in your backyard, knock yourself out, measure out 120 grams. Stalks. Chefs are obsessed with picking stalks off of baby spinach. They're really tasty and crunchy and delicious. Like, keep them on. Seriously, you don't need to pick it.
Some people are asking whether they should cover it with foil, if there's any benefit in that.
No benefit at all. As long as it's an oven and not, if you've got a grill, and only a grill, then yeah, maybe put some foil over it because you don't want the egg yolk to cook. Do you know what I mean? Okay, now with my color-coded peeler, are you watching, cameraman? I'm peeling my celery, and the reason I peel my celery is because the stringiness of celery really annoys me. So I can't deal with it. So I'm just going to peel it. I'm going to take it off. I can't handle it. Like if I was dicing celery, different story. But I'm slicing it, and the peely bit of the celery does my head in the stalk. Before you give me another offside flag, the what's that called? Peeling goes in the stalk along with the stalks from the herbs. Anyway, we're going to slice this. I like to slice it just on an angle. And I'm slicing it about, I don't know what that is. What's that?
Very little.
Small but long.
What do you think if someone really doesn't want to eat eggs? Could they still make this and would
I think
it work?
if you don't want to eat eggs or you're vegan, right? First of all, if you're vegan, don't eat the chorizo. Probably not for you, that one. Using a Joe Barrett scraper into a bowl.
I got
Amazing.
that in the shop.
Great. You can use, silken tofu, that really wobbly tofu, you can put them in instead of the eggs. Really delicious. Vegan option. How about that? Is that good? Mm-hmm. We're done with that conversation? Okay. Lemon, microplane. So this is the other half of your zest, which is going to go in here, so we haven't wasted anything. And then we're going to use the whole juice of this to make your dressing. So rather than using vinegar, we're using lemon because we want to keep it fresh because the shakshuka is pretty intense and rich, I guess is the word, especially with all that chorizo in there, tomato sauce. Okay. Lemon zest, celery, spinach. Now, box grater. I have got one small, this is like half a large, or one small zucchini. Grated. This is the healthy bit, guys.
If you were going to make a dessert tonight, what would you make?
I've got a really great dessert, right? You're not going to believe this. Like if we're talking about quick meals at home, with a packet of Tim Tams, or any biscuits for that matter. I know I like tonics, but it's good with Tim Tams because Australia. Packet of Tim Tams, and I cook it in a teacup in the microwave in like 2 minutes.
With
Delicious.
What?
Huh?
With what?
Ice cream. It's like a cake, like a chocolate cake with ice cream. Get better. And if you put a little caramel in the middle of it while it's in the microwave, you've got a liquid centre. Stop it. I might have that tonight. And it only takes 2 minutes. And the kids love it. Okay. Straight in a bowl with the zucchini. Extra virgin olive oil, just a touch. Keep it healthy. Keep it healthy. This salad's all about the health. Have you noticed? Lemon. So I cut my lemon, by the way. Somebody asked me a question yesterday. I cut it on an angle. See that? And the reason I do that is because if you look at the segments are all wider, which means the juice comes out faster. So if you're doing like loads of lemons, called chef, like that's how we cut lemons in kitchens, because usually we have to squeeze them by hand. Anyway, whole lemon. Beautiful, fresh, zingy salad. And then salt and pepper. Let's check the eggs.
Bit of warning.
All right, have a look at the wobble. See the wobble? See they're not quite cooked yet? Can you see that? So they're gonna need another, probably 3 or 4 minutes, I reckon. We might even have time for some questions tonight.
Okay.
26, 4 minutes to go. I think we're right on time. Anyway, let's finish the salad. So we've got salt. We're gonna do some pepper. Black pepper I'm using tonight. Roll the sleeves up. Mix through the lemon zest, the celery, the zucchini, through your spinach.
There was a concern from someone that just joined that this was someone had hacked your channel.
Hacked my channel?
It says salad on the screen.
Yeah, true. Was that Andy that said that?
No.
For sure. Okay. Seriously, this is fresh. So straight into your bowl. So when you're doing a salad like this, I don't know how to explain this, use loose hands. So pick your salad up. Are you watching, Loz?
Yes.
You're not, you're looking at the screen, not the
I
salad.
was just emailing
So
HR.
You're emailing HR, perfect. Just use loose hands, so let the salad fall out of your hands. And then that's how it sort of sits up really nicely like that. Just let it fall onto the plate. A little bit of the extra zucchini on there. Little last bit of the lemon juice.
Yum.
Stop it. There you go. How good's that? Okay, our salad is ready. We're just waiting for the eggs. Any questions? Oh, stop. No, I forgot something in true Jock fashion. Smoked almonds, pre-chopped, really roughly. So smoked almonds, we have a moment of appreciation, a bit like the potatoes for the smoked almonds. Smoked almonds are brilliant. These are a packet of pre-smoked almonds from the
3
supermarket.
minutes to go.
Whoa, thanks for that.
I was just reading a message.
Smoked almonds are delicious and they add so much to that salad. That smokiness is really great. It ties in with the chorizo in the egg dish. It's super delicious. So, should we check the eggs again? Because I reckon they'll be almost there. Our salad's ready.
I'm ready.
Are you sure you're ready?
Yeah.
All right, see that wobble? Almost there. All right, I reckon a couple of questions, and we're good. So your oven also, let's just talk about that for a second. Everyone's oven's different. You know what I mean? The temperature of the fry pan was at before it went in. All of those things affect how quickly those eggs are going to cook. So you just need to use your instinct. Have a look at what's happening in there. What you do want though is a runny yolk, because that's what makes the dish. All right? Serve it with some bread, whatever you like. It's pretty tasty. All right, go.
There's a question about whether you actually cook for us at home.
Oh my goodness.
A few of those tonight. Yes, he does. Of course he does. What
are all the questions for you, Loz?
No. What are some of your go-to recipes for the freezer?
I like sauces in the freezer. So a black pepper paste I always have on place ready to go. I've got a version of a peri-peri sauce, you know, that is great for chicken, pork, anything like that. You can even do fish with it. It's pretty tasty. I always have a ragu of some sort in there, plus a bolognese, like a minced version for the kids. There is always a base tomato sauce, which I might make a risotto with, or a Napolitana for pizza, for this, that, the other. So like a sugo, I guess. What else do we have in the freezer? Usually a couple of soups coming into winter.
Yeah.
Just so Loz has got something
When you
that she
did
can
some
take
of those
out.
chicken, the poached chicken things for me.
Oh yeah.
They were good.
What were they? Actually, were they pre-cooked?
Yeah, you pre-cook.
Oh, they weren't pre-cooked.
No, they weren't. I
They
had
were
to do
just
that.
in. So like marinated chicken, and then cryovac it, and then freeze it. So it's like pre-marinated. They can come out, they can defrost in the morning, and then it's just easy to cook. What else is in our freezer?
Oh, I've got a lot of stuff. A lot of ice cream.
There's a lot of ice cream. Yeah, because when Andy comes around to visit,
Yeah, you got to be ready.
you got to be ready. Okay, my eggs are going to be ready for sure.
There is a question that is, if you had to give up fried chicken or pork for the rest of your life, which one? You had to choose one.
No way.
What
It's
would you
not happening.
choose?
I'm just not doing it.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah.
Okay, so two things. One, when you take a hot pan out of the oven, make sure that you always put a tea towel over the handle so as people know it's hot, okay? Because one of your family might touch a fry pan at the dinner table and that would not be good, okay? This is it. I serve it on the table, on the fry pan, and the salad on the side. So, let's just have a little look-see.
Oh, it looks a bit hot to eat. You can have the salad.
Yeah, look at the salad. I'm going to eat the salad. No, I'm not going to eat the salad. Come on. Let's just have a little look at the yolk. So look at this guy now. See, have a look in there. See how the egg's just set? And then pierce the yolk. Look at that. Cooked at the bottom and then runny yolk. So you just get a little bit of that, a little bit of potato. Make sure there's some chorizo on there. This will be volcanic hot, but I don't care. That's so good.
Does it taste like Miguel?
It's delicious. It tastes like Miguel. Oh, Miguel. Love that guy. Genuinely. And the salad. I mean, you know, what's going on? Keeping it healthy. Big bite.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Two things about the salad. One, pure lemon juice for the dressing, for the acidity of that, means that everything else is super delicious and lifted. Smoky almonds give it such a great taste, plus it ties back in with the chorizo, and the piquillo peppers is delicious. And then lastly, the crunch from the celery. So good. Zucchini gives it body. Come on. This is a recipe that you can adapt and make your own whenever you like. Happy? You
Happy.
should be. It's
Yeah,
a
I'm
great
happy.
recipe.
Let's
All
eat
right.
dinner.
Thank you, Loz.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.